Apple may be preparing the biggest Siri upgrade in years, and honestly, it could completely change how people use their iPhones every day for a long time. Siri has been useful for simple tasks like setting alarms, sending messages, creating reminders, checking the weather, and making phone calls. But compared to modern AI assistants, many users felt Siri was falling behind. That may finally change with iOS 27. So, in this video, we'll look at how the new Siri is expected to work, what features may be coming, and why this could become one of the most important upgrades Apple has ever made. First, what makes the new Siri different? The biggest change is expected to be context awareness. Instead of treating every command as a completely separate request, Siri may be able to remember previous questions during a conversation. For example, you could ask, "When is my next flight?" Then follow up with, "What terminal is it leaving from?" And then ask, "How long will it take me to get there?" Without repeating all the details, Siri could understand the context and continue the conversation naturally. This would make interactions feel much more like talking to a real assistant instead of issuing isolated voice commands. Now let's talk about app integration, because this may be one of the most powerful upgrades. Reports suggest Siri could gain much deeper access to apps across the iPhone. Imagine saying, "Send the latest photo I took to mom," or "Add the information from this email to my calendar." Instead of opening multiple apps manually, Siri could perform those actions for you automatically. And honestly, this is where AI assistants become truly useful when they save time instead of creating more work. Now, another feature people are excited about: screen awareness, because Siri may be able to understand what's currently displayed on your screen. For example, if you're reading a web page, looking at a message, or viewing a travel reservation, you could ask Siri questions about what you're seeing and receive relevant answers without needing to explain everything manually. Now, let's talk about Apple Intelligence, because this will likely be the technology behind many of these improvements. Apple has already started introducing AI features, and Siri is expected to become the central hub that connects them all together. This could include writing assistance, text summarization, email drafting, information organization, and intelligent recommendations. Instead of opening separate tools, you may simply ask Siri for help and receive AI-powered assistance directly. Now, another exciting possibility: personal context, because Siri may be able to understand information stored on your device, such as your calendar, reminders, contacts, messages, notes, and files. This could allow Siri to answer much more personalized questions. For example, "When is my next dentist appointment?" Or, "What was the restaurant John recommended last month?" And Siri could potentially find the answer automatically. Now let's talk about privacy, because this is one area where Apple wants to stand out. Unlike many cloud-based AI systems, Apple is expected to continue processing as much information as possible directly on the device. This helps protect personal information while still providing intelligent features. And honestly, privacy is one of the biggest reasons many people choose the Apple ecosystem. Now, another expected improvement: faster responses. Because one of the most common complaints about Siri has been speed and reliability. Users want answers quickly, without delays, confusion, or repeated commands. If Apple improves response accuracy, it could make Siri dramatically more useful in daily life. Now, let's be honest for a second. The success of the new Siri won't depend on flashy demos. It will depend on whether it actually works consistently, because users don't need an assistant that can do amazing things. Once they need an assistant that works correctly every day. And if Apple solves that problem, this could become the biggest Siri upgrade since the assistant first launched. So to wrap this up, the new Siri expected for iOS 27 could introduce conversational memory, context awareness, deeper app integration, screen understanding, Apple Intelligence features, personalized assistance, stronger privacy protections, and faster responses. Because honestly, if Apple delivers on these expectations, the iPhone experience in 2026 could feel very different from anything we've seen before.